Bill Sindelar, a wonderful man, the Mortimer Lowell advertising agency, a small agency, two brothers, and I worked with them, and they told me, well, the way you did it was completely wrong. They ran an ad, and I think it was perhaps Baseball Digest, and they get a call from someone who bought the game who wants to speak to me. Now, I had never spoken to any customer at Strat-O-Matic at that point. No,
Because you were strictly mail order and no walk-ins and all that, right?
absolutely never had any conversation with a Strat-O-Matic player. And this man, Bill Sindelar, contacted the advertiser, and the advertiser called me up, and he said to me, "Do you want to speak to this man?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely. I want to see what the people think of the game, etc." Bill called. They gave Bill my number. He called me, and I found out he was from, I think, from Cleveland, and he was a traveling salesman. And he said at night he would have nothing to do, and once he found Strat-O-Matic, he found something to do. And Strat-O-Matic became his bed partner. And he told me he would put the cards on the bed, and he would play the game on the bed. And and it also kept him honest. We had a lunch break, and I sat down with him, and he refused to let me pay for the lunch. He had to pay for it, and he did. And then a few years later, unfortunately, he passed away. But he was a very fine man, a gentleman.
But he was very proud of being what he called Strat-O-Matic's first customer. I suppose that was unofficial, but it was the first customer, as far as you knew,
Yeah.
was.
First customer that spoke to us.
and uh, and he was also very proud of being a Cleveland Indians fan. But Bill was a very instantly likable guy. I suppose that's the salesman in him, that he just was always happy to meet people, most gregarious, and but he was a gentleman, and the conversation was very easy to have with him, and he sort of personified Strat-O-Matic fans in that they like to speak the same language with other Strat-O-Matic players, and just to really thoroughly enjoyed being on Strat-O-Matic's premises as for an opening day.
It was delight to meet, very delightful to meet him.